Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the 29, Lance. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run again with Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Now a play fake. Lance. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This is Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Lance. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. A gain of 3, 2nd down. In motion comes the tight end left. On 2nd and 7, Lance steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This is Harris on the draw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Lance now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Christian Kirk from 4 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Moore, the man in motion. Harris going to get it again on second down. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing his Lance on third down. This is taken in by McBride. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here we go. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Harris. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. Now Harris, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on first down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
Moore, the man in motion. Second down and goal. Lance caught on the slant. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. Throwing now is Lance. He'll find Damian Harris out of the backfield. Touchdown, Saints! Damian Harris, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15. After the penalty, it's Henry. And some room to roam now. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Detroit. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here with 2nd and 5. Here's Lance. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Ready up.
To throw, it's Lance. And this is going to be incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, second through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Okay, right?
They bring a receiver in motion right.
Red. Black ultra. Red, cycle.
Desperation time here. Lance. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They run with Harris. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And he'll just get rid of it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Lions have recovered. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. And that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is stopped just short of 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we got a chance to put points on the board.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The Lions are Super Bowl bound, the NFC champs. As we say thanks for watching and good night.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress, I'll be making all the tips. Anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you hands on, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Damn.